Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Shine with Andrea. I am your host, Andrea Harrison, the Chief Shine Officer. How is everybody doing this morning? I hope everyone is doing well. I hope that you enjoyed day one of I Did a New Thing. And I hope that you enjoyed doing something fearless yesterday. And I hope that you enjoyed reading day two. So today is day two, and it's all about do something that taps in. Do something that taps into your inner child. Good morning, Terry. Hello, my love. How are you? Good morning, Miss Shelley. Good morning, Miss Tara. Thank you guys for being here with me this morning. I don't know what just happened. So what I want to know what you guys are thinking so far. What you guys are thinking so far about your experiences. Let me know. And also let me know what you're thinking about just the first day. And if you've already tapped into something, if you've already tapped into your inner child, then let me know that as well, so that as I go on, I can read that. Okay. Good morning, Jamila. Good morning, Miss Rochelle. I got your email, Miss Rochelle, and I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. Good morning, Vanessa. Jamila says, this has been fun and it's only day one. Oh, look at you. Look at you being a rapper. I agree with you. It's something that I'm looking forward to. And I don't know about you guys, but as far as tapping into my inner child, Gordon was like, you need to have a conversation with your mother, because I was having a hard time on thinking, what could I do? So maybe you guys can help me out. What could I do to tap into my inner child? As I was reading through day two, I started laughing. I was like, yeah, these hips can't go down a slide. I was like, these hips ain't making it down a slide. But I thought that was so, and I know I'm jumping ahead, but you guys read it already. So I thought that was so brave of her to do, right? And just to not care about what anybody else thinks. I think if I were to tap into my inner child, I'd probably jump double dutch. I'd probably do that, although I wouldn't be able to do that now. So I'll put that on my bucket list to jump double dutch again. Good morning, Patrice.
How about drawing on the sidewalk?
Oh, or I could go draw on the sidewalk. I used to do that with Madison when she was a kid. And that was something that I absolutely loved to do when I was a kid, draw on the sidewalk, write on the sidewalk. Like most kids would draw, I would write. I know that doesn't surprise you guys. I would write. And when my uncle redid the concrete outside the sidewalk, and he redid the concrete, I actually went and put my name in the concrete. Gordon said, I'm not surprised. But my what? Oh, and my mother said I put my palm prints in the concrete as well. I think that they recently covered it up, because a couple of years ago, when I went back to New York, I went and looked and I didn't see my name, or maybe it faded. I don't know. Good morning, Nene. Good morning, Miss Tina. Oh my goodness. Jamila says, my inner child will be tapped after the boys get home from school. Ooh, that's cool. So you're going to include them. Oh, I look forward. You better set up a camera. We want to see. I hope you guys saw in the group, in our private Shine Crew group. I hope you guys saw the post where I said, tell me what you did what did you do new? And then this morning I added and tell me what your takeaways were, like what your major takeaways were. So I will post one of those every day so that you guys have a place to go and share and then read everybody else's. Okay, be mindful to read and comment if you have the time. Takes a few seconds, to respond to someone. Let's get this engagement going in the group. Okay, good morning, Nicole. I'm happy that you are back. Ooh, water gun fight to come. Oh my gosh. Gordon, we might have to take a road trip today. Water gun fight to come. Oh, that is fun. That is fun. Good morning, Miss Anita. I know exactly what you're saying. No surprise to me writing in the concrete. Good morning, Miss Carolyn. How are you? Miss Rochelle said, looking for kites to fly with the grandchildren. Oh my gosh. I used to love flying my kite. Okay. Oh my goodness. Didn't we try to do that with Madison once?
We've done it a couple times.
Yeah.
She let go one.
Oh, yeah, she let go one. Because Madison is the child like, I don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't want the kite to get hurt. So I'm going to let it go into the heavens. It's going to go see Jesus. Oh my gosh, I'm loving all of this. I am so loving all of this. Oh my goodness. Yep, no problem. Good morning, Tara.
I'm gonna go skateboarding.
Gordon, no, you're not. Gordon said he's gonna go skateboarding. No, you're not. No, you're not. Oh my Lord. Y'all pray for me, okay? Pray for me. We understand, honey. We understand. Nicole said that water gun fight sounds good, right? Right? Oh my goodness. Oh, Miss Karen said her book came yesterday. Yay! Miss Shelley. Oh my gosh. Yes, Bubbles. Oh my goodness, I love Bubbles. Now there's an inside joke with that. I don't know if she's watching, but I have a friend and her name is Courtney and I call her Bubbles. And it's funny because now she says this herself. She's like, there's nothing about me that's bubbles. That's bubbling. But I love blowing bubbles. Maybe I could get some sidewalk chalk, some bubbles, and a kite. Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. So cool. Miss Vita, we are all praying for you. My husband and I prayed for you last night. Oh, I'm so happy to have heard that everything, went well. I wish I could come see you. I wish I could come visit you. Oh my gosh, if I was in the same state, I would. So happy that you are here. Even if you don't have the book, that's fine. I'm happy that you are here with us because we love you. We absolutely love you. So yes. Skateboarding. No, absolutely not. Yes. Patrice said, I took a nap, might do it again. Okay, Patrice. Nicole says, I'm going to try and swing. I used to love swinging as well, but like I said, I don't think these hips would fit in a slide or a swing. Playing jacks. That's a good one. I can't wait to see what you got. Oh, marbles. Yes. And yes, jacks and marbles. Loved both of them. I love this, Patrice. I'm going to color in a coloring book. Yes, I got my coloring book right here. I got a couple of coloring books. I got the Bible. I got my new Bible journal that I was gifted. And then I have a regular coloring book. And you know what's funny? Somebody reached out to me, Patrice. They saw the post where I posted about the book that you gave me, and they wanted to know if I was going to be going through that book. I was like, no, I don't think so. Not at this time. But I think Patrice should. I think Patrice should do it. Yes, I do. Anyway, I'm going to leave that one right there. Nini, you second that, Mom? Mom seconds that. Nini says, playing jacks with my granddaughter. Yes. Kev is taking me to Hobby Lobby, and I'm getting a model car to put together for my birthday. Oh my gosh. Isn't your birthday like tomorrow? Isn't it like tomorrow? And Jay's birthday, I think, is this month too. Huh. Patrice, the Priscilla Schreier one. The Priscilla Schreier one. Oh, tomorrow is Tara's birthday, Shine Crew. And Monday for Jay. That's right. That's right. I was like, I know it's this month. I know it's this month. I couldn't remember. I'm not looking at a calendar, or at my calendar rather. So let me see. I forgot the date. Where's my calendar? Here it is. Here it is. Monday is, why is my calendar on Monday? Okay. Monday is the 10th. That's right, because she's the same day as the 10th. Wait, no, Monday. Yeah, the 10th. Monday is the 10th. Oh, no, Monday is. Wait, today is. Okay, I'm looking. Okay, this is 2023. Why is my calendar on 2023? That's bugged out. Why is my calendar on 2023? Okay, so today is Tuesday the 2nd. Tomorrow is the 3rd, which is Wednesday. That's Tara's birthday. And then it's the 8th. Yes, obviously. There it is. It's the 8th. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Forgive it. Forgive me. Charge it to my head, not my heart. Armor of God. Yes, Patrice. So Patrice will be doing the Armor of God every what time, Patrice, did you say? When are you doing it? When should we tune in? Should I show them the book and get everybody excited? Let me know what day and time we should be tuning in every day to listen to you talk about the Armor of God. All right. Franny. Miss Carolyn, yours is 426. Okay. I need to send out a form for everybody to fill out their birthday. I'm not going to remember these. Miss Vita, yours is the 7th. Oh my gosh. Somebody please write these down for me. Please write these down for me. We need to have a party. We do. We absolutely need to have a party. Oh my gosh. Maybe we could just have a party every month. Have Gordon play. We meet on Zoom and we just have a party every month and celebrate everybody's birthday every month. That's what the Shine Crew needs to do. Yes. Patrice, we're waiting on your response, sweetheart. Oh my gosh. Okay.
You used to do ballet, Andrea.
Yeah. My mother's like, you used to do ballet and tap and gymnastics. Yeah. I don't know what you're trying to infer there. I don't know what you're trying to have me do now at 52 years old. I'm not taking a ballet class. Oh my gosh, I'm not taking a ballet class. That is not happening. You're 11:11, Miss Lerdine. My daughter is 11:28. 11:28. Vita, I'm sending you the book. PM me your address. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna send out a form. But thank you, Franny. Y'all go ahead and reply to Franny. But I'm gonna send out a form asking for a bunch of information. Because you know what? I'm believing bigger and I can't wait. I'm excited about this book. I love this book. But anybody else feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to do 100 days all over again. All right, y'all. So for those of you who are tuning in, you're probably like, okay, what is going on here? We are reading out of the book, Tabitha Brown's book. I did a new thing. And so we are on day 2. And I'm super excited about day 2. So I read through it, and for me, reading through it this time, it was more me taking in the information and less of me really, like the first day, I was more. It was more of me. It was the type of content that had me like really wanting to teach, right? Really, I was looking at it from a perspective of what I could share with you guys. And I went into day 2 feeling the same way or wanting to do the same thing. But I don't know what happened. Like I kind of just sat into it. I really kind of sat into it. And y'all, it was so good. Like literally, I took out more colors. I was highlighting in green, in yellow, in pink, in purple. Like I was highlighting in all the colors. And I know somebody's going to say, do the colors have any significance? No, they don't. It just helps me to just see the difference between, because if you just highlight everything in yellow, it's like, okay, what are you trying to, what are you trying to get to jump out at you, right? So there's no rhyme or reason for it. It just makes it just separates it for me. Socials and background checks, really, Tara? Whatever. Oh my gosh. So today, last night when I was reading it, do something that taps your inner child, I just kind of felt myself just kind of like wow, like, oh, like just kind of taking it in, and I felt like the words were just like coming and just resting on me. It was like a learning experience for me, and it was like fulfilling in a sense. It was different from doing something fearless, and because that it was easy to take that and say, okay, this is what I want to say about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, Miriam, it was just like a different thinking process. It was really different for me. It was really different. So yeah, I don't know what else to say, but it was just different. It was a different experience, the way I took it in yesterday. So it starts with, you guys know who Jim Henson is, right? Maybe what I need to do is go find like a Muppets show to watch, because that was one of my favorite shows. I love the Muppets. I loved Miss Piggy. I had a Miss Piggy. Anybody have the big Miss Piggy? It wasn't really a doll. It was really a Muppet. You put your hand up in it. She had on a beautiful satin purple dress and her golden locks. And I loved my Miss Piggy. And maybe I need to go and like watch the Muppets or something. That would be fun. Maybe that would be tapping into my inner child. But I'm definitely going to use this to have a conversation with my mom and see what, things that come up out of the conversation to help me to figure out what it is I wanted to do. Because after I read this last night, I was just like, I don't know. And then I went to bed really late, and it was like, I don't know, 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And y'all don't be mad at me, but I was like, Gordon, because he moved. So if he moved, he's awake, right? Gordon, what can I do to tap into my inner child? It was like, you tapping into your inner child right now. Oh my gosh. I've been waking people up for a long time. Let me just tell you. Poor Gordon. Vita, we love you, Miss Vita. We love you, Miss Vita. You are loved, honey. So Jim Henson's quote here says, the most sophisticated people I know, inside, they are all children. And when I read that, who do you think the first person was that I thought of when it came to this particular chapter, doing something that taps your inner child, and then reading that particular quote, the most sophisticated people I know, inside they are all children. Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Jay? No, my mother says Jay. No, I didn't think of Jay. But Jay loved the Muppets too. I love the Muppets. Oh my God. There you go, Patrice. There you go. There's no other person outside of myself. Look, both of y'all are right. Outside of myself, that really truly has childlike faith and just a childlike demeanor. Now, don't get it twisted. Don't try to step on us and roll over us. No, we're not having it. But we both have we're very childlike in our faith, and just in our dealings with people, people we love, right? People we love. I don't know how better to explain it, than that. But Patrice, you're absolutely right. And Tara, you are right as well. Yeah. So TJ, she's like, oh yeah, she gets it. So one of the things that she did that was new for her, Tab, was she went to the Emmys. That was new, right? She said, but let me just tell you this day, she said, but let me just tell you what this day has meant for me and why I feel compelled to share this particular new thing with you. So she was being nominated for an Emmy for her children's show, right? Tab Time. How cool is that, right? And she also presented awards. And she said that, it was something about standing on the Wilshire Ebel Theater stage. I hope I said that right. And holding the trophy alongside some of the other greatest actors and storytellers and creators alive. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if you did something so amazing that you got an Emmy for it? So I have to say this. When we were at the wedding on Saturday, remember I told you that the theme song that they walked down the aisle to was a Star Wars song, right? And I shared that with Madison. Madison didn't go with us. I shared it with Madison. I showed her the picture and I sent her the video, and she was so enthralled by that. And she wrote, when I shared it with her, especially when they had the saber lights, and she saw them walking back through it, my very deep child, this is what she responded and said. She said, I hope to be able to create a piece of media that touches someone so much to the point where they want to incorporate it into one of the most meaningful moments in their life. I was like, my gosh, that almost brought me to tears. I almost feel like tearing up right now. Like this child, like the things, she's such a deep thinker. She's such a deep thinker. And I was just like, wow. Like, I didn't think about that. Like, that was so like profound to me, And so I could only imagine Wilshire. I knew I was saying it wrong, Patrice. Thank you. I knew I was saying it wrong. When I was thinking, what Tab must have been, how she must have felt, to be there. Because a lot of times, especially when it's your first time, doing, being recognized or something like that, you still don't feel like you've made it, right? So you kind of feel sometimes that imposter syndrome, can set in and you feel like you don't even deserve it, right? And so I could just I'm not saying that she felt that way. I'm just saying, like, I can only imagine how she felt being on that stage, right? Being on that stage. Miss Vita said, tell Madison that's what great photographers do, Wow. And I saw your other comment, Miss Vita. You thought about me and my coloring book devotional. Yes, that, oh my gosh. But yes, she is gifted in so many areas. She's definitely a deep 17-year-old old soul. Like her, she loves BTS and she loves Coldplay. I think that's the name, right? Coldplay. But like her two favorites are she loves big band music. She loves Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong. Like she plays records on her record player in her room. Her collection, that's her collection. Like jazz, like old jazz. But anyway, I could just imagine how Tab felt, And she says, even getting my credentials and having people stop and congratulate me as I went to rehearsals, she said it gave her such a charge in her body. And she thought about 20 years before that. She thought about all the things that she had to do, all the things I did to my body and mind to change myself into something I wasn't. Only to find success being exactly and always myself. How many of you have gotten to a point in your life where you're like, I'm going to stop auditioning? Remember that? I'm going to stop auditioning. I'm not going to keep doing this dog and pony show, because that's what people expect. but like, I am going to be me. Once you get to that point in life where you don't care what other people think, you don't care what other people think. And I mean, to an extent, of course, we do care, but not where we're changing ourselves anymore, right? And so this is why it was like, not like, oh, I'm going to teach this. It was more like, oh, I'm going to share this. Like I need to sit in this right now. So she, her and her husband, they enjoyed it together. And one of the things that he said to her, was, we already won. We've been winning for so long together. God has blessed us in such a way that just being here is the win. Now, to be able to go into a space like that and be content with just being there and considering that a win, that is a level of maturity. That is a level of maturity. That is, to me, I was just like, wow. Now, of course, I'm sure there was, hold on, because, right, she didn't bring home the Emmy, right? She didn't bring it home. So of course, there was a bit of disappointment, I'm sure. That's just human. But it didn't take her to a dark place, right? And so just being there, she was so grateful to just being there, right? We didn't get there yet, Jamel. We didn't get there yet. But I had the same thoughts, Jamel. I had the same thoughts. I was like, okay, wait, hold on. So that's in the next paragraph. So I'm at the bottom of page 16 in day 2. Okay. So she said, with everything that was going on, what she was most excited about was her dress. She was most excited about the dress. And do you know why she was most excited about the dress? When I saw that, I was like, oh, this is so dope. I was like, this is so dope. This little girl, she was 7 at the time. This little girl designed and made her dress. And it was, if you look at that dress and you know what you know about Tab now, it was so her, right? It was so her. And so that immediately took me back. I said, man, wouldn't that have been nice for 7-year-old Madison to take pictures for this 7-year-old child designer who made Tab's dress? Like, this is beautiful. And it truly does look just like her, right? So this is, let me see.
I look cute, girl. Let's see. See, we can get it zipped.
You did it.
Yeah.
Remember what she said?
I look cute, girl. Let's see. See, we can get it zipped.
So I'm assuming that this is probably her mom, going and shopping for the fabric. Maybe I need to go to a fabric store, because I remember this. We used to do this a lot when I was a kid. My aunt was a professional seamstress. And there it is. She found, I guess what she was looking for. But I immediately thought about Madison and just, her being a photographer at such a young age. So this is what I love about Tab. This is what I love about her. And whenever God blesses me, that my platform is, my platform increases in size and I am able to touch more and more lives, this is exactly what my platform will stand for and will do, because I already do it now when I can, right? And this is what I love so much about her. So, when Madison went to Chicago, I think it's called the Music Box Theater, and she went there for the premiere of South Side with You, which was the executive producer for that was John Legend. And I remember her being on the red carpet and interviewing John Legend and Vanessa Calloway and Parker Sawyers, who played Barack, and my girl, oh my gosh, her name slipped my mind, who played Michelle. Her name starts with a T. Help me out. Oh my gosh. She's in a lot of Tyler Perry movies. She's Candace in one movie in particular. I can't remember her real name. This is crazy. This is my brain for you. Just showing off this morning. Gosh, what is her name? Anyway, y'all don't know. Anyway, her daughter's name is Ella. I can remember all of that, but I can't remember her name. It starts with a T. Does anybody know? Tika Sumpter. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Tika Sumpter. How could I forget? I can remember her on-screen name, her daughter's name, but I couldn't remember her name. Anyway, I remember just watching Madison on the red carpet with all of them, asking questions about the premiere and, how they got into character and what it meant to them and everything. And I remember when we were on our way there, and I always try to, even though, Steve Harvey and his crew always gave, Madison, like guidance, I always still try to give her more ideas, just get her mind going, because I know my daughter, right? So one of the things that I told her, I said, one of the questions you should definitely ask, and this is a question that's usually asked on the red carpet, is what are you wearing? And I told her, I said, you should ask John Legend that. What is he wearing? I said, he's probably wearing Gucci. Lo and behold, what do you think that man was wearing when he answered her question? He said it. He was wearing a Gucci suit. And so, this day, I keep wanting to say chapter. I guess it could be a chapter, right? But this day really brought me back to those memories. It has a P in it. So yeah, you did spell it right. So she said the thing she was most excited about was the dress. And she said, because everybody asked, who are you wearing? Right. She said, well, she was so overjoyed to let everybody know who she was wearing. And that little girl's name is Brooke Lauren. I would feel that way as well. I mean, I have a lady that I worked with many, many, many moons ago, that reached out to me. We hadn't been in touch in a long time. And she reached out to me when she saw what Madison was doing. She was getting married and she wanted Madison to be the photographer at her wedding. Madison's Madison's kindergarten teacher reached out to me a few years later, after Madison was in her class, and wanted Madison to be the photographer at her wedding. And both of these ladies, and she did a third wedding as well. All three of these ladies, I sat down with them and I told them, I said, you have to understand, she's got a great eye. She knows what she's doing, but she doesn't have any real experience. She's 7, she's 8, she's 9. She doesn't have any real experience that if something goes wrong, like she doesn't have anything to fall back on. So I wanted to make sure I manage expectations and let them know, this is your only shot. Like no pun intended, I was nervous. I was nervous about her taking pictures at somebody's wedding because I know, listen, the adult who took pictures at my wedding, I was not impressed with them at all. And I feel like every now and again, especially as our anniversary comes up, I always feel like, man, I don't have any like pictures that I absolutely love of my wedding, which is why I always say when we get to 25 years, which is coming around real fast, 2 more years after this October, I want to renew our vows. But I don't want to renew it like this big, huge wedding. I want to renew it with my circle, like the people who are ride or live in my circle, people who are closest to me, like real close. And so I want it real small, real tight. But I want the main thing that I want is pictures. Like I don't want to walk down the aisle or anything. I just want to come together and have a party, but I want pictures. And I told Madison, I said, I want you to take our pictures because there is nobody who can take better pictures of me than my daughter. Like when you see pictures of me, and they are like dope. And this is just her with using my phone. Like I know we're gonna take some like do it like a little photo shoot and take pictures of me with her camera, but like that's what I want, right? So let me go back to this. So the designer of the orange and pink tulle dress that I showed you was 7 years old, right? And so, you know, she said she's worked with a lot of designers over, you know, her time. And however, she said to venture out and have a child design my gown, especially because she was there to get an Emmy for a children's series, right? She said that was new and wonderful in every way. And she said the dress, and couldn't you tell the dress fit her personality style? It made her happy. And this was the key thing for me in the whole chapter. She said, it gives me so much joy to create space for other people to shine. That just took me out right there. That took me out because that is my whole platform. Why do you think I always ask you guys to join me? Why do you think I do this? Is to give you space to shine. It ministers to me. It ministers to my soul to see you guys flourishing and walking in your lane of genius and being confident, walking and in your purpose, right? So this line, you see, this line has a line under it. You see that? It gives me so much joy to create space for other people to shine. I'm so grateful for this platform to elevate others. This is what I love most about Tab. She's very inspirational. She's funny. She's very creative. She's very transparent, very authentic. I love all of that about her. But this is what I truly love about her the most. That it gives her joy, and she does it. She does it. Watch her every Monday. She's talking about somebody else and their business or their product, right? So she says working with the child, that was intentional on her part, right? Because she was there for children's television programming, right? She said she wanted the little girl to know what it's like to dream and to see her dreams already come to pass even before she really understands how big a platform she's on. You know, when Steve Harvey invited Madison to his platform, to his show, and then they were talking to me about this before it happened. They asked me, you know, what kind of tools does Madison want or need to go further in with her photography? So Madison didn't know, you know, going into it that she was going to be surprised with a camera. And y'all, that footage is still on her YouTube channel, Photos with Madison. And I look at it every once in a while and just like, oh my gosh, what they did to her by Canon sending a representative and presenting her with $4,000 worth of camera tools, like, you know, new lenses, a new camera, and all the things. What do you think that did to her as a child who, you know, sometimes people don't take you seriously, right? And for them to have gifted her with that, that's what kind of reminded me. I was reminded of that moment when she said, I wanted that child to know what it's like to dream and to see her dreams already come to pass even before she really understands how big a platform she was on. She said she may not have brought the Emmys home, but she definitely brought home the win because of the joy that she felt. the love she felt, and especially in knowing that I was able to bless this sweet little girl. She said that was everything. Unlocked the possibilities, right? Right, Patrice? Unlocked the possibilities. And so, to think that she has such a great disposition to where she was just happy to be there. Just being there in that space, she already felt like she won. But then being able to shine a light on this child and allow her to dream, like that was everything. Like I'm like almost in tears here, right? So do you remember what the little girl said to her? She talked about this on the bottom of page 17. She said, "You look beautiful, just like I imagined." That little 7-year-old girl. Whew. Y'all go follow her because she's doing big things. So she said, the more we are able to tap into the child within us, the more we'll find our purest form of thinking and living. There's so much value in giving our inner children voice and space to be what we might not have been able to way back when. I know that some of you have had traumatic childhoods. And I think that if you take the time to, and I'm no licensed therapist, I'm no therapist or counselor or anything like that. But if we take the time every day to tap into, to dream, what does she say here? There's so much value in giving our inner children voice and space to be what we might not have been able to be back when. She said for her, little Tab longed for freedom to be. So it makes sense that so much of what I do, so much of what I talk about is being and staying free. So, if there are things that you wanted to do as a child or things that you couldn't do as a child, tap into those things. Give your inner child a voice. That may just be journaling. You find the way to do it, right? But give that inner child a voice. Journaling might help. Might be painful, but it might help as well. Can you give me the whole verse, Jamel, please? So she talked about heels versus sneakers, right? She said for a long time she used to wear heels because she thought that was how a woman was supposed to be, that high heels automatically meant sexy, right? They meant grown. And she said, but when she began to tap into her inner child, her mission to be free, right? And her mission to be free, she realized that I felt most like myself and most free in sneakers. And so now she's given that inner child a voice, and that's what she does. That's what she does. She wears sneakers. But how many of us are still stuck in that space where we can't even, oh, what are people going to think if I have sneakers on? She doesn't care. That is a part of her freedom, right? So the next time that you do something that people expect you to do, right, that goes against the norm, do it anyway. Do it anyway. Who makes the rules around here anyway? Like, seriously. I don't know if you guys saw what I wore when I went to the wedding, right? I absolutely love the pink and black stripe. Like, I know it's like the third time that I've worn it. I don't care. I love it. I love it. I love it with the pink shirt. Love that. And then instead of the flower pants, I wore it with my animal print pants and my hot pink shoes and my hot pink bag. And you couldn't tell me nothing. I loved it. I loved how I felt. I loved how I looked. And some people would say, even Madison, she was like, you're going to wear animal print with the stripes? I said, yes, I am. Why? Because I can. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Most people won't do that. And I know I would not have done that a long time ago. But guess what? I guess that's me giving my inner child a voice, doing something that we read about that in 100 days when it and I think we talked about it when Tara was here too. Talked about protocol and doing things that people expect for us to do it. This is the way we've always done it. Who makes these rules? Make your own rules. Live in your freedom, right? Listen, go buy yourself a doll. Play with that doll. Like, why not? If you didn't get a chance to play with a baby doll when you were little, go buy yourself a doll. Now, I'm not saying to walk around with the doll like it's real out in the street because, somebody might think, maybe she needs some help, right? Not saying that. But why not? Buy the doll. Maybe that's all you need to do is buy it, and maybe giving it away will make you feel happy. But why not? Like Patrice said, she's going to color in her coloring book. Do something. Do something that's going to make you just feel free. I felt free when I got dressed on Saturday. I felt so free because I wasn't living within somebody's box, right? So Ms. Shernette says, you are always gorgeous no matter what you wear, Andrea. That's why I love you. Thank you, Ms. Shernette. Thank you. That's right, Stevie. Why? Because that's my business. Francesca says, coloring in my coloring book, writing in my journal. I love writing. Yes. Yes. Jesus called the little child to him and put the child among them. Then he said, I tell you the truth. Unless you turn from your sins and become like little children, you will never get into the kingdom of heaven. So anyone who becomes as humble as this little child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And anyone who welcomes a little child like this on my behalf is welcoming me. But if you cause one of these little ones who trusts in, and I guess it goes on. So yes, it is so important. The Bible talks about us having faith like a child, childlike faith, right? Patrice says, I couldn't get crayons and coloring books as a child. We couldn't afford them. And so that is beautiful. She says she's going to color today. And I hope you find freedom in that. I hope you find freedom in that. Okay. What did I say? Oh, did I read your name? Did I not say Franny? It bees like that sometimes. All right. So let's see, where was I? I think the most important thing is for us to be comfortable and present. Comfortable and present. That's what she was talking about with the heels versus the sneakers, right? That you are happy, you feel joy, and that you are comfortable and present. You don't want to have to be walking around, in heels, right? For those of you who would prefer to walk in sneakers, just because everybody is expecting you to. But being comfortable really allows you to be present, right? Miss Lardine said, I love jumping rope, but it's snowing. Maybe I can do it inside and find my rope. Oh my gosh. Would y'all please make videos, take pictures? Let's flood the internet with these amazing things. Oh my goodness. And even if you don't want to post it on your page, let's post it in the thread for day 2 in the group, because you have no idea how much joy this is bringing me. Coloring helps calm you. Yes. Because if your feet hurt, there's no joy. Right, Patrice? Absolutely. All right. So over to page 19 at the top, she said, the child in us is always free. It's the adult in us who gets tainted by the world. Ain't that the truth? We are taught that we're not enough, or we embrace our fear and our doubt. But talking to our younger selves can help us remember who we really are. I saw your picture, Dr. Stevie. I saw your little video clip. You was looking cute in your pink, and you looked like you had on a little pink tutu and your little pink sneakers. Wow, Jamila, that's a great point. That's a great point, Jamila, that this is a great reminder as a parent. Great reminder as a parent, right? Jamila says, I used to love playing jacks, hopscotch, and tetherball. Wow. I used to love playing hopscotch too. Jamila says, I want my boys to feel confident and free. And you know, and that's why I've always been intentional with Madison. You know, I knew that I know my child. Let me just say that. And from she was little, I would always tell her, I want you to be open, honest, and direct with me. Always maintain being polite, being respectful, but I want you to speak your mind, right? I would never, unless it was something that was detrimental, I would never say no. What I would say is I would ask her a question. Because when I asked her the question, she had to answer it. And that made her think. And a lot of the times, most of the times, she said no. Because I gave her the opportunity to think it through. When I was a kid, I heard no a lot. And I heard no. Why? Because I said so. Okay. That doesn't teach me anything, right? But we have to understand where our parents come from, and where and they come from our parents' parents, our grandparents, so forth and so on. A lot of them come from, especially my mom, growing up with her father was a reverend, growing up in a household where she was a PK, right? They come from a place where, and especially being West Indian, don't speak unless you're spoken to, right? And you just do what your parents say. I don't care what anybody says. This new breed of kids, they are different in the best ways, but they are different. And I never, ever, ever wanted to just put almost like a wet blanket over Madison's spirit, right? Because one wrong move, and it's like, not that I taught her about disappointment, right? And I walked her through disappointment. Listen, this is life. It's going to happen. We have to, we feel all the feels, and then we got to get over it, right? And we got to move on. We got to move on from there and learn from there. But I think it's so important to talk to our children and to ask them questions, because when you do that, you really are teaching them how to answer those tough questions when you're no longer around to help them, to guide them, right? When they get older and they now got to make these decisions on their own, right? And so, this like Jamila said, this is a great reminder as a parent, right? Great reminder. Roller skating. I used to love roller skating. I'm not going to try that now, but I used to love roller skating. I used to go to Skate Key. Anybody from the Bronx know Skate Key? I used to go to Skate Key and loved roller skating. I miss what you said. That's good. I miss what that was for. Franny says, yes, I used to get so frustrated because I said so, and I don't need to explain why. Woo! West Indian parents, baby. Whoa, yes. Yes. And Jamila, oh, your mom and her siblings are PKs. Oh, so I understand. Hula hoop. Girl, let me tell you how I could keep that hula hoop up on my hips, just like, I love my hula hoop. Love it. Yes, Franny, this generation is different. Just different. So anyway, let's keep going. So it says we're taught that we're not enough, or we embrace our fear and our doubt, but talking to our younger selves can help us remember who we really are. Oh, you went to Skate Palace. Oh, y'all love skating too. Yes. We definitely listen. I hope that we get to do our Shine Crew retreat, and we have to remember we need to bring double Dutch rope. We need to bring jacks, marbles. Who's writing this all down? We need to go to a skate palace, even if we just go inside, or bring roller skates. hula hoops. Like we need to do all these things. Oh my gosh. I could just see us now on Good Morning America. This group of women entrepreneurs get together to find their inner child. Baton twirler. Wow. And majorette. Okay. Yes. Oh, thank you, Franny. Dr. Stevie said, my cousin called my parents Black hippies because they exhibited a lot of freedom in the way I was raised, even though my mom was and still is a helicopter mother. And you know what? I often would ask Madison, do you think I'm a helicopter mother? And she's like, no, you just are there to protect me, right? Because I don't believe I was a helicopter mother in the way that you hear about helicopter mothers on the news, right? But I was not going to just let my child go. Like, no, you're not going to somebody's house that I never met. I'm going with you, right? Just like when she did any of these red carpet things, I was right behind her, right in arm's reach if I had to snatch up my baby. Okay, so let's move on. It says, oh, my mother wants to say something. Really? You want to say something?
No, it's just to add that it's not on the West Indian parents or like that.
Can y'all hear her?
Because remember, I grew up in England.
Oh, she said it's not just West Indian parents that are like that. She said, remember, she grew up in England, but your parents were still West Indian.
Yeah, but the English parents, a lot of them were like that. We had friends and people that lived with us, and it was just the same way you didn't question anything. Not even your doctor you'd question. So.
Yes. No, you're absolutely right about that. That it was a way of life. It was a way of life. You didn't question anybody in authority, right? All right. So she says on her tough days, she says she holds on to what little Tab knows. My mama used to always tell me, give grace to people, love people, try to find the good in everybody. And that is something my mom taught me, is to try to find the good in everybody. And I feel like I still do that to this day. So let's think more like a child. When you are afraid, think like a child and take the leap anyway. Sometimes it means trusting that someone, if only God will catch you if you fall, right? When you want to celebrate, think more like a child. When dance like nobody's watching or everyone is watching, right? Whichever gets you moving. When you're trying to create business, access your childlike imagination. Put your planner and your phone down. These are all little steps that we can take, right? Just for a little while, and get into the playfulness and the joy of living. Children are so free until, of course, the world tells them that they're not. Until adults pile on and project their pain onto them. But even then, children have a marvelous kind of resilience. So just think about it. What would your life look like if you could tap into the wonder of your inner child and approach your life and dreams in such a liberating way? I hope this is freeing for you. I hope this is really getting you in the right mind space, in the right mindset to live free, tapping into that inner child. So she on the following page, she says, as a child, we are all free until we are taught otherwise. Tap back into that freedom, honey. And then so she talks about her play cousin, how Chandra did a new thing. And she talked about how she loved sliding as a kid and what she loves, how she loved to slide. And she took her son, and he doesn't like to slide, but he likes to swing. But then she said she went to the park with her mom friends, and how they all, how she, like, they kind of edged her on, like, you should do it. And there was a part of her that wanted to get on the slide, but of course she's looking around at everybody else, the parents, the kids. What would they think? What would they think? I'm so glad that she did a new thing. I'm so glad that years later, in her 30s, that she got on that slide. She got on that slide. She said her new thing changed her that day. She said, I gave my inner child a voice, and I will always be glad that I did. I hope y'all enjoyed day 2. That was just truly amazing. And I can't wait for you guys to share what you did to tap into your inner child. Make sure that you post it in the group, post it on your page. When you do, always use hashtag Shine Crew so that we can all see it and find it. All right. And for those of you who may be watching for the first time, please make sure and connect with us at shinewithandrea.com so that you can be a part of the Shine Crew as well. All right. Let me see. So it's in the Dr. Stevie, that is, I believe it's in the featured section for about coming down to Tampa for in September. That's in the featured section. And let's see. Oh, Patrice. Yes. The blades weren't blowing her hair, but you were over her, protecting her. Absolutely. Absolutely. My mom is listening in and she totally agrees with your parenting. Oh my gosh. She would snatch her baby up too. Listen, my baby was talking to Oprah Winfrey and I was just like right there, right there. And I didn't infringe on her space because I wanted to meet her, but I literally, as close as I could have reached out and touched Oprah. But I was right there just watching. The same when she was with John Legend. I mean, I might have been swooning, right? Blushing. But I was right there. And a matter of fact, Madison had a conversation yesterday. Someone reached out to her for her to illustrate a book. Like, wow, right? And she was on the Zoom by herself. But you best believe I was in my bedroom on the Zoom. Right? Camera off, didn't say anything until I had to, right? I think that I know she can handle, and she handled herself so well. She asked questions I didn't even think of asking. And she knows her stuff. Right? So when it came to her drawing and what she would need from the person and all of that, like she knew what she was talking about. I was so proud of her. So very proud of her. But I'm going to always be there. As long as God gives me the life to live, I'm always going to be there. And of course, we know when to, back it up a little bit and give them space to be independent, because that's the only way they're going to grow and learn. Right. But thank you, Karen Mills. Thank you. I feel like I just got a certificate from the University of Karen Mills School of Mothering. Jamel says she's right. It's not just West Indian parents that were like that. I grew up in Compton and all the parents were like that. See, I think it was just maybe that era of mothers, because I don't think that is like the theme nowadays. Although there's still some around, right? So, Shanae, y'all know how to make a girl feel good. Thank you, Miss Karen. She is an old soul. So y'all, I can't wait to see what you guys do. Your new thing. I can't wait to see. And so remember, you have to read day 3. Do something that celebrates you. I'm excited about this one. Do something that celebrates you. So that is for tomorrow, day 3. Make sure that you read it before you get here. All right. Read it before you get here. And let's take advantage of this time that we've been given. Let's take advantage of these 30 days. And I don't know, I might surprise y'all on Saturday and Sunday. Who knows? Make sure your notifications are on for this page, because I might surprise you for the month of April. All right, y'all. Love you guys so much. Oh, look, y'all. I am golden stamped and certified. Please, Miss Karen Mills, put my certificate in the mail. All right, y'all. God bless you. I know Tara is listening. She has an appointment, so she can't be like in the comments, but I know she's over there going, yes, 1 hour. All right, y'all. Go ahead and skip to Malou, my darling. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.